Welcome back, everyone. It's that time of year again where we go crazy on cruise savings here at Cruise1st. Now, it is the season to be jolly long before the actual season to be jolly. It's time to choose your favourite cruise and save big.
The Cruise1st Black Friday sale is now on with exclusive savings of up to £300. Book now to enjoy £50 off no-fly cruises and fly cruise packages. We'll take £100 off cruise and stay packages, plus a massive £300 off cruise and tour packages. With selected offers including free drinks packages, stateroom upgrades and hotel stays, what are you waiting for? The Cruise1st Black Friday sale, on now until the 6th of December.
Yes, absolutely. We've got the pick of the crop of Princess Cruises with Black Friday savings in this show. And coming up, we're heading through the Panama Canal to Costa Rica, Mexico and Aruba on the Grand Princess for September. And we're taking a journey to fascinating Greenland and Canada on the Island Princess with a New York stay thrown in for July.
Plus some awesome quick picks on Sky Princess No Fly and a Japanese surprise. That's all I'm telling you. Remember, book these offers quickly to get the best of the Black Friday deals. Let's begin on a trip for May then, sailing on Majestic Princess as we cruise the Greek Isles. 10th of May, we will fly off from the UK to Athens for a night in a hotel there. Lovely. A night in a hotel in Athens.
Oh,
do that right now.
Never a bad thing. Yeah,
absolutely.
This is such an enchanting city. Of course, there is the obvious amazing architecture from 3,000 years ago, the Acropolis, the Parthenon and the Sporting Museum. But there's also lots more to Athens. There's a ton of modern galleries, there's lots of great shopping, there's wonderful, street food to enjoy. Greek food is the best.
Spanakopita.
Spanakopita, so nice.
Lovely.
Feta and spinach parcels.
Nice.
Yeah. Then it's time to cruise on the Majestic Princess. 10 nights on board this gorgeous vessel. And she was launched a couple of years ago, sister to Royal and Regal Princess. You have this dramatic multi-story Italian-style atrium that kind of greets you when you head on board and really is the social hub of the ship. You're going to find live musicians there, jugglers, acrobats. They do quite a lot of those kind of theatrical sort of mini shows in the atrium. Food carving. You'll have the ice sculptures and you get to kind of watch the experts doing those as well in demonstrations, which is so interesting. I can't even believe how they managed to do that. They're so clever. And loads of things happening. And talking of demonstrations and classes, that's also often where you'll see like the executive chef or the sommelier doing demonstrations and things as well. So talking of sommelier, you've got award-winning wines on board, and you also have a lot of award-winning food, Michelin star curated menus, award-winning pizza.
And new premium desserts.
Yes. These are, if you do the upgrade to Princess Plus.
You can either treat yourself to them or they become an addition as part of your Princess Plus if you decide to go all-inclusive on a Princess cruise, which is well worth doing it because you get drinks, Wi-Fi, premium desserts, extra included dining room service and so much more for 50 quid a day. It's so worth it. It really, really is. Anyway, we're looking at some of the accommodation right now. Honestly, love Princess.
Yes.
I love Princess actually for its kind of, in a way, it's pared back elegance.
Pared back elegance.
It's
that's a great way to
relaxing,
see it.
yeah.
Lots of neutrals around the ship, which is nice because it's not about imposing spaces. It's a very relaxing vibe everywhere you go, but still incredibly elegant. You don't lose any of that traditional cruising elegance that you'd expect from one of the biggest cruise lines in the world. The Sea Walk, you'll see views sweeping down to the ocean. There's a fountain light show as well, which is amazing to watch. Of course, there's an art gallery on board. They do live art auctions, champagne art auctions, which are lots of fun to attend. You can come home with some artwork and come home with some shopping as well, because the boutiques are brilliant on board. Now it is time for us to cruise, and we're heading into Mykonos as our first port of call, one of the lovely islands of Greece, somewhere that really became popular before any of the other Greek islands. And it is known for its great shopping, its wonderful nightlife, and its beautiful bars. And you'll just be enchanted by Mykonos. else for sure. Then we're on into Cyprus, Limassol. We don't see this on many itineraries at all. You could take a catamaran cruise to enjoy the harbour or visit some of the many archaeological sites and ancient ruins, and you see the beautiful mosaics there, which are thousands of years old. Rhodes, Greece is up next, talking of ancient history. You've got the amazing Acropolis of Lindos, one of the 7 wonders there to visit, and the Palace of the Grand Masters of Rhodes. So there is the ancient architecture and the medieval architecture to explore. Chania in Crete is up next, and again another great place for ancient history. But you might just want to head to the beach if that's your vibe. They have wonderful beaches on Crete for sure. You know, just lovely, perfect time for swimming as well in May. Then we're in Katakolon in Greece. This is where the earliest Olympics was held. It's 7 BC, I believe, and you'll get to see some of the very well preserved ancient ruins in Olympia and the museum that supports it. It's so fascinating. Corfu's next, known for their wonderful street markets, great restaurants, and the beaches there as well are some of the best on the Greek islands for sure. I mean, just beautiful. So make sure you head down there for a nice relaxing day if that's what you fancy. Then we're on into Naples, which is the port to visit. Capri, Pompeii, Naples downtown, and Sorrento. So, you know, so much in this area of Italy. Pompeii's amazing though. This is the ancient city buried under rubble from the volcano Vesuvius for thousands of years. We're back into Rome then, we'll disembark and we will fly you back to the UK.
Fantastic. What a lovely, great adventure. Wonderful ports on this one, going into the Greek Isles, going into Cyprus and Italy as well. Very, very nice. Like the fact that you start this in Athens and end it in Rome as well, because that opens up some more possibilities for you as well. So our package includes then your flight out to Athens in Greece, a night in a hotel there, 10 nights on Majestic Princess, full ball cruising, of course, in style, enjoying the great food, the service, the fun, the entertainment and the sun, and then ending your cruise in Rome for the flight back to the UK. And remember, our price tag today is your Black Friday saving price tag as well. So grab this while you can. Grab it before the 6th of December to get this amazing price tag right now. And of course, if you want to make it all inclusive, we'll talk to you in a moment about that wonderful addition of Princess Plus. But first, let's look at upgrades on board the ship itself for this cruise. Remember, it's a 10-night cruise. As it is, we've got 1 night hotel stay in Athens. If you want to make that 2 or 3 nights, again, talk to the team. And remember, this cruise ends in Rome, so it starts in one place and finishes in another, so it ends in Rome. So if you wanted to add a couple of nights in Rome there, you absolutely can, very, very easily indeed. Again, just by talking to the team, make it part of the package. And remember, because we're ABTA bonded and ATOL protected, that protects every single pound that you spend as part of your holiday package, which is good to know when you're making these lovely savings. Now, all inclusive for this cruise, Princess Plus is the way to go. It's £50 per person per day, and that is your full drinks package. So it's drinks up to $15 each, which is great. Unlimited Wi-Fi for a device. You've got your tips then included, premium desserts, unlimited juice bar, extra fitness classes, extra casual dining venues that normally have a charge for you would be included as part of your Princess Plus, and also delivery of food and drink either to your stateroom or to where you are on the ship, thanks to your lovely medallion, with no extra delivery charges, which I think is really good. So that all is encompassed into that Princess Plus for just £50 per person per day. But it's well worth adding to your package on that one. So give us a call, 0800 953 4700 if you like the look of that one.
The Cruise1st Black Friday sale is now on with exclusive savings of up to £300. Book now to enjoy £50 off no-fly cruises and fly cruise packages. We'll take £100 off cruise and stay packages, plus a massive £300 off cruise and tour packages. With selected offers including free drinks packages, stateroom upgrades and hotel stays, what are you waiting for? The Cruise1st Black Friday sale, on now until the 6th of December.
Oh, how we love Black Friday.
Yes, it's the best time for cruise shopping, that's for sure.
It is. Anything over 7 nights has a Black Friday saving, so take advantage. Absolutely take advantage. Remember, for anything you're booking into, you know, sort of middle to end of next year into 2026. I'm trying to get my dates right because we're nearly into another year again, aren't we? And cruise and stay packages are booking into 2027. It's just low deposits today, but you still get the Black Friday savings, so go for it.
Indeed.
Is what I would say.
Indeed. Now, from May to September, we go now, and time to open the book of Black Friday savings on a trip to the Panama Canal, Mexico, Costa Rica and Aruba with Princess. We start our 19 nights of wonder by flying from the UK to LA to chill out here for 2 nights in a hotel in true SoCal style. Now, LA is a lovely place to explore. You'll be there for the night, and of course you'll get to see a little bit, I'm sure, of heading down to Hollywood Boulevard in the evening, maybe to grab a cocktail and see the world famous Grauman's Theatre where they hold the Oscars, where they have held the Oscars in the past. Sunset Strip as well is full of incredible, iconic venues you probably will recognise. And a trip to LA is not complete without taking a selfie with the Hollywood sign in the background. There it is. Welcome to Hollywood. Just don't climb up there. It's illegal, apparently. Then it's time for us, and there's the Griffin Observatory. Then it's time for us to cruise, of course, out of LA San Pedro or Long Beach. This will be on the lovely Grand Princess. You're going to be on board for 16 nights on the Grand Princess as well, which is a fantastic amount of time to cruise, even longer than 2 weeks.
I could cope with that.
I could cope with that as well, of indulgent cruising through Central America and gorgeous Mexico, and of course the canal, and a little touch of Caribbean as well. So it's one of my favourite itineraries, this one.
And why, just briefly, I know we're looking at the ship at the moment, and that's very, very important, but the Panama Canal, what is it that makes that so special? Because it is always a feature, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
On a cruise itinerary. What is it about it? Is it stunning? Is it beautiful?
It's just an amazing feat of engineering. It takes about 8 hours to navigate through. It's 50 miles of waterway, and it links the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. So it's iconic. I mean, it's over 100 years old. There's tons of engineering that they'll talk you through when you learn about the intricacies of how the locks. It's very complicated how they move ships through the canal. It may look simple, but it really isn't. So it's just really interesting to learn about.
Well, I guess, you know, when you see the little barges along our local canals in the UK, it's a very, very different proposition with a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Anyone that's ever stood next to a cruise ship knows.
And there's only
the size of these.
Well, there's only certain ships that can pass through the canal.
Yeah.
Like some of the big wide ships now, the big mega ships, they can't go through.
Yeah.
So you feel quite privileged that you get to actually have that journey, and people love it. You will love it, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice
impossible not to. I mean, I've been through about 10-15 times, I would say. So I've been quite lucky, absolutely. Now, look, of course, you can enjoy so much whilst you're on board, from your daily activities through to just lounging by the pool, maybe in a poolside cabana, having a little massage, which is totally possible to hook up whilst you're on board with the spa. Make sure you go and see the shows, though. They have really got many awards for a very good reason. And it's not just the car shows that you'll enjoy, it's the game shows, it's the celebrated acts that they fly on board for one night only as well. And then, you know, the lovely drink and entertainment venues around the ship that are, you know, seemingly endless. They have so many little bolt holes that you can enjoy. Look, it's time for us to cruise through a fantastic Mexico first, and we're in Manzanillo, which is a lovely kind of sleepy seaside destination where you can visit a lovely turtle sanctuary, or head over to the salt flats, which you see right there pictured. They're really interesting. Then Huatulco. Now, this is one of my favorites. It's a hidden gem, this one, and one of the newer kind of cruise ports. Now, it has its very own bay, so you feel like you have a private beach, but also there is, you know, there's lots of excursions you can take, so speak to your shore excursions team about that. Then Puerto Chiapas, again, a smaller Mexican port, but known for the ruins. So one thing you want to do here is book a Princess Shore excursion tour where they can take you to the Izapa ruins, and you can learn about the Aztec culture, which is fascinating. Punta Arenas, Costa Rica is next. We are in gorgeous Costa Rica, Central America now, where you can take a zip line through the jungle, something I've done and loved, or head maybe to the coffee plantation, because they're world famous for their coffee. You've got to try it whilst you're there. It's so good. Then we're into Panama City. Now, this is where you'll have the chance to go to the museum, the actual Panama Canal Museum whilst you're there, or you might want to head out and see, go to the aerial tram through the Rainforest Park. Then it's time for us to transit that iconic journey through the canal. You'll get a full canal transit in the new locks, which were updated a few years ago. Completed in 1914, the canal. Then we're into Aruba Ranjastad, which is colourful, vibrant. That's the canoe bus right there, the traditional Caribbean bus where you can take a tour around.
Or you can
the
just
island.
call it the red and yellow one if you like.
Exactly.
That one over there, please.
Yeah.
2 tickets.
Yeah, or go, head out and see some of the great beaches while you're in Aruba. But we are cruising then into Fort Lauderdale, where you will disembark, and we will fly you back to the UK after this brilliant itinerary, taking in some more unusual ports in Mexico, such as Manzanillo and Huatulco, Puerto Chiapas. Then we're heading, of course, to Costa Rica through the canal, and then doing a full transit through the canal, finishing up with a little stop in Aruba before into Fort Lauderdale and flying you home.
Looks superb. The whole thing looks superb. I have to say, look at all of those destinations. I think I haven't been to any of those places at all and would love to see them. That's the problem about sitting here and talking about it all the time, is it makes you want to do it. It makes you want to go and see every corner of the globe. And remember, you can with a cruise. It's brilliant. And also remember, take advantage of the Black Friday sale by booking this quickly. Now, this package has a deposit of just £199 each, which is brilliant. And the package is your flight from the UK out to LA, 2 nights there in a hotel, and then 16 nights on board Grand Princess on that grand cruise of Mexico through the Panama Canal to Costa Rica and Aruba, ending in Fort Lauderdale for the flight back to the UK. Deposit's just £199. Your Black Friday saving price tag if you are quick. Remember, Black Friday ends on the 6th of December. And that doesn't mean, by the way, that you can just kind of go, oh, that's fine, I've got ages and ages and ages, because remember, every time this show goes out, there'll be more people booking the offer. The more people that book the offer, the less places on the offer. So it might not be the end of Black Friday that dictates whether you can take advantage of the saving. It might be the availability of the cabins on the cruise themselves. So £199 each right now if you want to put down the deposit and lock in that price tag with the extra Black Friday savings. It's brilliant, it really is. So here's the upgrades first for this cruise. This cruise is 16 nights of your 19 overall. So you can have a look at the prices there for Ocean View Balcony and for the suite. And of course, if you want drinks and Wi-Fi and gratuities and tips and la-da-da-da-da and everything added on top, then add Princess Plus to your booking as well. It's £50 per person per day, and that will give you full drinks package, Wi-Fi, extra dining, room service, and lots more perks as well. And that's well worth doing. Talk to the team about that and they will sort it all out for you. 0800 953 4700 is our free phone number. It's well worth doing, absolutely well worth doing.
Yes.
My word. And Black Friday is just massive this year at Cruise1st. You know, all of our major cruise lines, no matter how good the deal is that we've negotiated for our group bookings and our packages and our this, that and the other, Black Friday squeezes them harder and makes them lower. And we've decided as a business, anything over 7 nights has a Black Friday saving come what may, which is crazy. So dive in and enjoy. It's well worth it.
Dive in and enjoy, absolutely. Well, the next package we have is really one of a kind. It's fascinating because we're going to be exploring Greenland, the world's largest island, and Canada on the Island Princess at such a lovely time of year. Low deposits again on this 21-night package, which starts on the 30th of July, where we're flying you from the UK to the city that never sleeps, New York City. We've got you booked into a hotel here for your first 2 nights in the summertime in New York. Oh, the warmth of the air, the amount of walking you can do to explore from district to district. It's a wonderful time to be in New York. You can explore Chinatown and Little Italy. You can head out on a food tour. You can take a bus tour to see some iconic movie sites from movies like When Harry Met Sally, TV shows like Sex and the City. Staten Island, head out on the ferry, or maybe go and catch a view up close of the Statue of Liberty, which is a really kind of imposing sight. And by the way, you'll do a sail out and you'll go past the Statue of Liberty and under the Brooklyn Bridge, and that is the iconic sail out when you're sailing out of Manhattan. But we are sailing on the Island Princess for 21 nights, 3 weeks on board, as we actually traverse really off the beaten track and civilizations, right? Lost civilizations, shall we say? Very much small, communities and places like Greenland. I actually think this is going to be so exciting, this itinerary. But of course, the way to explore it is going to be on Princess, and they do exploration like no man's business. Also, the great thing is they have a firm focus on your, destination lectures. So whether it's a lecture about which excursions to pick in port and what you can expect, or just having experts in the region that you're visiting coming on board to help you learn about it, you'll definitely feel well versed by the time you get to these fantastic distant lands. And I think that's important, isn't it?
And the other thing about the Island Princess, of course, is that one, it has a very, very dedicated crew which returns season after season after season. I point that out because the Island Princess does the world cruises.
Yes.
And so they've got almost an encyclopedic knowledge of the whole world. And of course, Island Princess slightly smaller than the rest of the fleet, so it can get into ports, it can reach the parts other beers can't reach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is really good because you get a more boutique experience. You get to maybe explore areas that you might think you're familiar with, but you get to see sort of the far reaches. Like you say, I think this is going to be super, super exciting, this itinerary. Not just for the fact that it's 3 weeks, but the ground and the sea that it's covering here. I mean, discovering Greenland, I have to say, I think I can count on one hand the amount of Greenland itineraries I've seen in the last 12 months, like very few indeed. So this feels like you're doing something, you're doing a cruise, which a lot of people are doing, but you're going to places that very few people are going to.
Oh, absolutely. And all the while, just in your luxury floating hotel. If you went to explore a place like this, which isn't used to having a lot of tourists, you would not probably find this level of luxury if you went to stay in a hotel there. So this is the great thing about it, because the destinations come to you, you get to explore, and you get to be in this incredible 5-star luxury. Now, we're cruising out of New York, and our first port is gorgeous Halifax in Canada. We don't see this on itineraries much in the summer. It tends to be a autumnal cruise. So it's lovely to head there in the summer because it's going to be bustling and vibrant and full of energy, and that lovely boardwalk that greets you when you arrive is great. Then we're into Sydney in Nova Scotia, and this has a real kind of Celtic influence. This port of call in particular, Cape Breton, is fabled as a magic travel destination. You can even find the giant fiddle there to visit.
The biggest in the world, isn't it?
It is the biggest in the world. A few days at sea sees us into our first Greenland port, which is Nuuk, noted for its vast tundra and immense glaciers. Greenland is an amazing destination, part of the Kingdom of Denmark actually, but the Home Rule government is responsible for domestic affairs. Our next port is Plymouth, and it's known for its wildlife. So you're going to be finding the white-tailed eagles and the potential of seeing great whale watching as well whilst you're there, and of course other Arctic wildlife. Katortok's next, which actually means White Palace in Greenlandic, and it's known for its cultural and commercial centre, which you can go and visit and learn about the ecology and economy whilst you're there. And the hot springs as well are amazing in Katortok. Nanatilik next which means place of the bears, by the way. You may spot polar bears, they say, on the offshore flow of ice. Obviously, we're there in the summer, but there is the potential, obviously, due to the amount of ice that you have in this part of the world. St John's is next, and in Canada, where you have Cape Spear, you have the Cabot Tower and the Railway Museum to visit, and just a lot of kind of rugged coastline, which is beautiful in the Canada and New England region. Now, a few days at sea sees us back into New York, where you'll disembark, and we'll fly you back after an absolute wow factor of an itinerary. I've never seen an itinerary like this before. The stories you'll have to tell and the rights you will have to brag when you get home are going to be off the charts.
Yes. For sure. Absolutely. I think you're going to have many a tale to tell. You'll have many a book to write maybe when you get back for that in your holiday journal. Do you write a journal when you come back from a holiday? Just to try and remember and recall all the things you did. Because sometimes it's, you go back through your phone through pictures and you go, I've no idea where that is. No idea what that was. good though. We had a lovely day there. I can't remember where it was. It's good sometimes to write it down and write some notes with it, isn't it? This is such a lovely package for July, actually. It includes so much, including a Black Friday saving if you book this today. And you can grab this with a deposit as well of $399 per person. So that's your deposit. The whole package includes your flights to and from New York, 2 nights there in a hotel, and then 3 weeks of full board cruising on the Island Princess, exploring Canada and Greenland, and also Newfoundland as well. Incredible, incredible. And with the Black Friday saving, this is good. This is really good. Look at that, just under £3,000 per person. Now, when you consider, again, how boutique this opportunity is, actually, you know, Joe and I, we've been talking about cruise. Joe's worked in the cruising industry for a long, long time. I've been sat here or on your screens in one way or another for the best part of 15 years talking to you about cruise, and very rarely do we see this kind of itinerary come up. So fascinating. It's like Newfoundland. I'd call the whole cruise Newfoundland because I've never seen this before, and very few people see it. It is incredible. Here's the details to upgrade on board this particular cruise. So it's $199 up to balcony, to ocean view. You've got your balcony and suite prices there as well if you fancy a cheeky upgrade. Remember, you have got some very scenic cruising going on as part of this itinerary. I love the fact that you've got the stay in New York as well. Take advantage and book it before the 6th of December to take advantage of those Black Friday savings. You can do it with a deposit, remember, today, $399 per person deposit, and you can have that price locked in for you, which is pretty good going if you think about it. Again, if you want to make it all inclusive, Princess Plus is there at £50 per person per day, which is drinks, tips, Wi-Fi, room service, and so much more included. So if you want to add that, again, do it when you book on 0800 953 4700. Now, we're not quite done yet. Black Friday savings galore are on our website at Cruise1st.tv, and here's some cheeky quick picks to tempt you with as well from Princess. We'll start then with a couple of no flyers on Sky Princess. First one, PC 584 for the 17th of May for 7 nights. This is going up to Kristiansand, Oslo in Norway, Copenhagen and Skagen in Denmark, to and from Southampton from $884 per person with your Black Friday discount. So that's PC 584. PC 585. Again, Sky Princess on the 30th of August for 2 weeks this time, cruising out to Vigo and Seville and Malaga in Spain, over to Ajaccio on Corsica, Marseille in France, Gibraltar. Lovely. You can go up and down Main Street and do some duty-free shopping in Gibraltar. Love it. Then you call into Lisbon, a couple of days at sea, back into Southampton from $1,274 per person with your Black Friday saving. And finally, one of our lovely tour and cruise packages, PC 586, is Japan Spring Flowers with Mount Fuji and Bullet Train Tour. 16 nights, goes on the 1st of April. You fly to Tokyo for a 3-night escorted tour to Mount Fuji, ride a bullet train and more, and then you join the Diamond Princess for 11 nights of cruising Japan and South Korea from $4,449 per person with your £300 saving for Black Friday there if you book that before the 6th of December. So that's well worth doing it. If you've had your eye, by the way, because I don't know how the TV, because right now, I have to confess, you're watching this right now, we're both on holiday. I'm in the Caribbean, and Joe is over in America, right, as you're watching this. So we can't keep track of what's booking and what isn't.
It's a hard life.
But if you're watching any of our other shows, which might be on the channel at the same time as these Black Friday shows, you spot a tour or something there, if it's before the 6th of December and it's 7 nights or more, it will apply to have Black Friday savings. So
yes.
That's well worth knowing. If
Yes.
you've had something, you know, buzzing around your head like a bee, it's the time to book it now.
You've got to seize the moment. You've got to take advantage of the hottest time of the year to book your cruise, maybe more than one cruise.
Absolutely. Stay right where you are. There's more Black Friday savings on the way.
Catch you later.